it's the end of 2023 and I'm going into 2024. I am not taking shit. I am not taking less than the standards I set for myself. And if any guy tries to come in and try to like humble me down, I'm not having it. Meet me at my level or don't fuck with me. You're gonna meet me at my level, at my standard, because I'm not stooping down to yours. And I damn sure don't need anyone I just met coming in my life, trying to control me, trying to tell me I don't like this, I don't like that. Then you don't like me, honey.
I'm 36, I'm single, and I feel like a lot of the female friends that I've made here, they seem like really concerned about the fact that, you know, I'm single and I'm not dating intentionally to marry.
Is why you fail.
Ho ho ho, ladies and gentlemen, have you been good this year? Well, it's me, Hidan. Don't get fooled by the little hat. Still me. And talking about ho ho ho's, I have today, guys, your present for this year, for being good people, individuals, beautiful human creatures. I got plenty of gifts for you. They include a lot of entitlement, some unreal expectations sprinkled here and there, a lot of hitting the wall, all right, for today's video. So guys, let's celebrate this Christmas with, well, a lot of hoes. Let's get started, guys, and let's see what these women have been doing in 2023 and how they'll close the year. Let's get started.
I am so sick of these men. So recently I was seeing someone and this guy is like, I like you so much, I want you to move in with me, like whatever, story of my life, because all these motherfuckers always telling me the same fucking shit, right? Weeks go by and I swear to God, every week this man picks a new thing about me to say, like, well, I don't like that, well, I don't like this. And I was like, yo, you're like in love with this idea of me. I'm like, I'm not this idea. This is who I am. Take me as I am or watch me as I go, honey, because I am not changing for anyone I just met. Like, who do you think you are? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not all that great either. I hate when people, it's like...
I love it how she says you're not that great either, because she, deep down she knows she's not worth it. These women, guys, they get a boob job and they think that because they put on makeup and they have a lot of simps interested in them, they think that that makes them high value. It's like an apple, you know, you go to the store and there's apples that are really shiny, but when you get close, they are full of shit. So it's the same with these women. They think that, you know, there was a comment, they are good from afar, but far from good, you know? So no value there. Ampu is smiling because it's Christmas, you know? He has to be festive. But otherwise, absolutely cringe video.
Take people as they are. Do not see them for a potential or an idea of a person you would like to be with. People are who they are when you meet them. So, and then we get into how he's like, yeah, but my ex-girlfriend this, or the girls I've dated in the past are this. And I was like, listen, honey, well, guys I've dated in the past drove Lamborghinis, gave me allowances, gave me credit cards. So what's up? Are we comparing? Like, you know, like no one wants to hear that. Like, I'm not here telling you what my exes did, what the guys I dated did. So don't even hit me with little bullshit like that. Anyway.
Yeah, so this man that is trying to date her is an absolute clown. First off, we can see his dating history looks like this woman's, just dating all the toxic girls. And here is another, right? I mean, this man cannot stop dating toxic girls, absolute clown. He'll never learn. But hey, you know, birds of a feather flock together. They're the same man, the same woman. They're both toxic and they're both gonna end up single and miserable, to be honest. Well, the punishment for guys is not ending up single and miserable, but ending up with a woman like these, ironically enough.
It's it's the end of 2023 and I'm going into 2024. I am not taking shit. I am not taking less than the standards I set for myself. And if any guy tries to come in and try to like humble me down, I'm not having it. Like, I'm not having it. I want what I want, and I know what I deserve, and I know what I bring to the table to any man.
What do you bring to the table? You know? This is the typical woman that sells her body and her soul for a little bit of money. And these guys that have a lot of money, they don't mind spending on these women. I mean, the amount that they spend on these women for there are like pennies. You know, like the guy who owns a Lamborghini doesn't care to buy her some clothes. So it's like all these chads have been through her legs, men who make the six-figure salaries and who are probably attractive, or even if they're not, they're still rich, so who cares, right? And she sells her body for that, and now, guys, she will expect someone to value her and see her as a special snowflake and value her personality as if she has any. While in reality, people all throughout her life have been using her as a doll, you know, just like a toy to be nearby to use for recreational purposes. She has accepted that, meaning that she values herself in the same way. She sees herself as an object, but now she'll expect something more, right? No, she's not having it.
To my own table. So, see ya. So, baby, meet me at my level or don't fuck with me. You're gonna meet me at my level, at my standard, because I'm not stooping down to yours. And I damn sure don't need anyone I just met coming in my life, trying to control me, trying to tell me I don't like this, I don't like that. Then you don't like me, honey. Then let's be real. You don't really like me. You like this idea of me. I'm not the idea. This is me.
You know what?
So the TikTok ends right there, guys. For these women, it's impossible. It's just impossible to date. The only option they have is to be with a rich guy. But again, their looks fade, and their looks are the only reason why rich guys pay them any attention. The good guys are going to flee away from her. The bad boys, even they realize this woman has a lot of baggage, and she kind of gets furious when you mention that, you know? So this clown that she was dating, he was also bad. Notice how it didn't work. It's just, it's like slamming two pieces of crap together. Nothing happens other than the crap just becomes bigger. So the same with this woman's relationship. She dates the bad boys, and of course nothing good comes out of that. Surprise, surprise. The good men flee from her and run for the hills, and she's, you know, aging, so she'll no longer have the access to the rich man. A really sad story. She'll just end up alone. And she had potential, to be honest. Well, not that I will know, right? But any woman has potential to not end up being like a 3 or 4. But enough about that, guys. Let's go to this Latina and let's see what she has to say.
One of the things that I miss the most about Argentina comparing to the US is the fact that back home, I'm 36, I'm single, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing. It's, you can be mid-40s and be dating, you can be mid-50s and not necessarily divorced, or yes, some people get married young, but it's not like there is something inherently wrong with you if you're like late 30s or early 40s or mid-40s or whatever, and you're still trying to date to meet someone. There's nothing wrong with that. Here, on the other hand, I'm 36, I'm single, and I feel like a lot of the female friends that I've made here, they seem like really concerned about the fact that, you know, I'm single and I'm not dating intentionally to marry. And, well, the guys too. There was something in the water in this country. But
yes, common sense, maybe. There's something in the water. So she's living in the USA. I don't know if she mentioned that already. But yeah, apparently in Argentina, it's not a problem, which I highly doubt, guys. I really doubt that. I haven't been to Argentina, but I doubt people that are like this in general. Maybe in her specific area, I don't really know. But there's no reason to think that men in Argentina don't care about marrying a woman in her 40s who's been around the block and comes with a divorce, alright? We're talking about common sense, and men have common sense in all places on earth. So maybe she's talking about the Sims, I don't know what she's talking about, but again, no man with self-respect will take you in. And notice how her friends are concerned, because it is concerning. This is why your aunt is always asking you the same question. Why are you single at 40? you know, it's because it's a red flag. It's because if you're single past 30, there's a high likelihood that, well, actually it's inevitable. You'll either end up single or you'll either end up divorced.
And the guys too, like, you know, if they're older, I don't know, I feel like they don't know how to be alone. And if they're younger, you know, it's like, am I fertile enough? Like, I don't know. I feel like if I was home, I wouldn't have been single all these years, or I would have been single in a different way, like more joyfully. I feel like it's expected of me, like I have to want to get married, right? And I, you know, God forbid that I'm happy with the life that I have. And, you know, you don't want to be 36 and single. You might as well be 36 married and being cheated on every day.
Yeah. Shut up. It's always, guys, these people, they always say, well, I'd rather be single than in a marriage where my husband beats me and I'm just a baby producing machine. Wait, why do you extrapolate it like that? Like, there's only two extreme options. No, what about marry a decent guy and have a happy family? What about that? Why does the husband always have to be a maniacal psychopath, you know? It's like these women, they cannot even picture in their heads that they could have a stable family because they are so chaotic in their own lives. They're addicted to the anxiety, so they cannot even imagine it. But no, life is not about just having fun in the most superficial and hedonistic way. And all this quote-unquote fun, it's in your past. It has brought you baggage. It has brought you a lack of pair bonding ability and many other problems, as well as a couple of STDs. So, you know, have fun. You and your 3 STDs. Have fun in your 40s, have fun in your 50s, buy some cuts, buy some boxed wine. I'm sure people that invest in those stocks will be really happy about you being 40 and single, and we'll see how it goes for you. Right in your deathbed, when you are crying alone and there's nobody to hold your hand, I'll ask you again about the quote-unquote happiness that you had in your 30s. Until when are we going to pretend that this lifestyle is not damaging and self-destructive? Until when, guys? You know, there's a lot of people that think that, oh, live and let live, you know, carpe diem, let's all be happy. I mean, I care about people, even though it doesn't affect me. Like this woman on the other end of the planet, I don't care about her. She can knock herself out. I just don't care. She doesn't influence my life or yours if she doesn't happen to meet you. But, well, I am concerned to some level, you know, like, first off, she's trashing men's resources, she's dating them, she's manipulating them, she's using them, she's being used. You know, it's like, it's a destructive behavior for her and for others that interact with her. And she'll end up miserable and alone. And yes, I am concerned about that. Like, the reality, if a lot of people will call this channel misogynistic, because you cannot criticize women nowadays for anything bad, you can only worship them. But in reality, I care about society, about women, about modern day dating. This is why I make this content, you know, it's not just to whine, even though I quite enjoy it. So guys, let's continue now.
But you have your little house. I'm gonna cut it out here. Bye.
This is by far the worst first date I've had in 2023. If you're new here, be sure to follow. This is just one story of many. So we met on Tinder, we're chatting for about 2 weeks and decided to go for a drink. His profile says that he's 37 and 6-foot-ish and he is a chef. So we're both on our way to meet. We picked this really cute bar and we're both going to be early and we're in constant communication. He says that he gets to the bar early and I'm like, I'm literally 2 minutes behind you. So imagine my surprise when I arrive and he already has a drink. If only that was the worst part of the story. I start getting closer and he doesn't look anything like his profile pictures. He's much older than his profile pictures and he is not 6-foot-ish, and it's not the height that matters, might I add. It's the fact that he lied. I'm 5'5", and he was only a little bit taller than me, so I'd hazard a guess to say that he was 5'7". So he's ordered a drink without me and hasn't offered to get me one when I was so close behind him. He doesn't look like his profile pictures, and he's lied about his height. Should I stay or should I go was absolutely playing in my mind, but I actually really wanted to find out why he lied. So I decided to stay. We go to the bar. I asked the bartender for a drink and the bartender ironically hands the FPOS machine to him to pay. He looks at me with a very perplexed look on his face and makes, okay, I will get my own drink. We sit down, have a bit of a chat, and I just launch straight into it.
Guys, that last part just seems like bullcrap. Oh, he looked at me really perplexed and I had to buy my own drink. Maybe it's true, you know, I don't know, but I know it sounds made up. Like the guy probably was just staring in some direction while looking for his wallet or whatever, and she decided to make up this story. Like, you will be shocked how many stories are made up just for some attention on TikTok. But you know, let's give her the benefit of the doubt. This man wasn't willing to pay for her drink. Big deal.
And I ask him why he looks so different to his profile pictures, and his profile says that he's 6-footish, and he's clearly not 6-footish. Is he actually 37? To which he says, everyone tells white lies. These are pretty big white lies. So I press him on his age first, and he doesn't really want to give me an answer, and I just say, look, it's the only opportunity we're going to have a conversation, so you may as well just be honest with me. And he says that he's 47, not 37. So this explains the photos. It just doesn't make any sense, right? You are very mature in real life, and you've tried to post a really youthful profile. You've lied about a lot of things. So I just ask him, does it normally work when he goes on dates with women that he's blatantly lied to? At that point, he just continued to shrug his shoulders. He didn't say anything at all. So I said, I think we're done here. And I got up and I left. And then he sent me a message after that being like, oh, I don't think it's going to work out. I think we're on different pages. And I was like, boy, bye.
You guys noticing that chivalry these days is almost 6?
Before we continue to chivalry doesn't exist in this dramatic way, honestly, the guy is a clown. Like, I don't know, why would you lie about all of this? I mean, clearly I can see that he just wanted to get on the date already, and then maybe he has some luck. I mean, yeah, some men are just desperate for some female attention, and they're willing to lie, whatever, you know, try their best to get even the slightest bit of a chance to be with a woman. I don't know why these men are so pressed, to be honest. I mean, I just don't experience the same things. Guys, if you have to get to a point where you have to lie about, 10 years, that you're 10 years younger, and you have to post all the pictures and all this stuff, and you have to add like 4 inches how tall you are. I don't know, guys, just, I don't know, go to a hooker, you know? Like, I don't get why people don't have better things to do in life. Like, there are better things to do than dating some entitled women, you know? Like, even guys who are in their peak, in their like 25 years old, attractive, you know, they have a lot of things going on for them. Even for them, it's hard to date these women, right? Even they don't meet the criteria. They're an inch shorter. So, I don't know, why go to that lengths to add so many things to your actual life, you know, to make up so many things about you? Bro, just go drink a beer with some friends.
On different pages. And I was like, boy, bye.
You guys noticing that chivalry these days is almost extinct? So I was talking to one of my male friends today, and he was saying how...
Guys, chivalry is almost extinct. That is true. True women that deserve chivalry are also extinct. Maybe the two things are correlated, I would say.
He doesn't really put in much effort because girls these days are willing to accept the bare minimum just to be dated. Now, I don't know what girls he's dealing with, but y'all better stop, because you might be ruining it for the rest of us. I was supposed to make this a get ready with me, but I can't multitask on here, so we're going to throw that idea out. So my question to you guys is, are you noticing that behavior in the dating pool, and are you willing to accept the bare minimum just so that you could be dated?
So we'll end the video on this thought, gentlemen. Men are not chivalrous anymore. What has happened to chivalry? Why are these men not putting the effort? Let me tell you. Now, not all men, of course. There are men who are players. There are men who are simps. But a high percentage of men, you know, there are men in the dating pool that are good and worthy. These men, they are willing to be chivalrous and pay dates and act traditional and all of that. And they're looking for families. But they're only going to do that with women who deserve chivalry. All right, we have learned already that we should not be committing and being gentlemen with all women we go on dates with. Why? Well, because then you are just a perfect, you know, like you like a gift. They will go there, have their free meals, and leave you, and use you for your resources, use you for your attention, etc., and leave you with nothing. On the dating market, attention is a valuable resource, you know, so we're not giving it for free. You know, guys, women are the ones who end up picking. Like, they pick. They have like 5 men interested in them and they pick. But men are the ones who in the first place decide if they want something to happen or not. Men are the ones who chase. So a woman cannot A woman cannot reject you if you are not chasing her in the first place. You know what I mean? And men who respect themselves, they just don't chase these women that are not worth it, that are just not traditional and thus don't deserve, don't deserve chivalry. So here's your answer, madam. Chivalry is there, and it's always been there, and it always will, because there will always be men who want to follow this style of life, always more than women, I think. So the only thing you need to do to get it is deserve it. But guys, we'll end the video right here. Merry Christmas, have a good time with your friends and family, and I'll see you soon, guys. Hope you have a good one.